Hi everyone. It's been a long time since I did one of these. The whole narrating and talking to you guys while there's gameplay going in the background. I would have done it with a blank screen, but um, two reasons why. First, the obvious one is that no one can just listen anymore, especially now in the day of age where you have to have like multiple things shown on a screen to get people's attention, which I never liked. I find that kind of stupid. And um, so I have to put something on here, and I'd rather it be something that I like, and something that is relatable to the channel, like this Dead by Dead, bleh, this Dead by Daylight gameplay video. I have a lot of time on this footage, so I can just mess up how much I want when it comes to speaking, and it's not being edited. I'm doing this all in one take, talking for, I think it's roughly about 15 minutes worth of footage. So yeah. Uh, First thing on my list is well, the day this comes out is my 21st birthday. I know, it's a big achievement. Oh, pardon me, sorry. No, that's not me getting drunk. I'm recording this like literally the day right before. Like I recorded the footage the 11th, I'm recording this on the 12th, and on October the 13th I will be 21 years old, which is both a big and not a big deal for me because I don't really feel any different. Like, sure, I can go out and legally buy alcohol and shit, but it doesn't really make me feel the difference. I mean, I'm technically still in college and I'm gonna be there for a while. I don't really have any big, like, life changes on me. And I'm just gonna keep doing YouTube. So one of the things I've always wanted to say, but I've never really said it is, I don't anticipate this to be like my full blown career. I'm obviously taking college right now, and I'm putting the time and effort into that needed to make sure I do well so that I can have myself a career in the future that is great because I need to pay off student debt. Like there's no joke. Like I'm gonna have like a shit ton of student debt to pay off at the end, and I need to get myself into a good solid job so where I can pay that off, get myself a place to live on my own because I'm not gonna be living on my own immediately as soon as I graduate college. But that's a story for a different day. Yeah, I can tell that story on a different day. But what do I want to say next is that I don't see this as a full blown job or anything, but I also just don't see it as like, oh, like a side hobby or anything like that. I see it as something to be passionate about, and that's just, taking some time out of my day playing video games and trying to make other people's days feel good. And as I'm recording this right now, I'm 450 subscribers in, which I'm very appreciative, by the way. That's a long goal. I think currently, right now, it's projected that I'm gonna hit that like sometime mid next year. But who knows? Maybe if I find a way to do some well, maybe if I crack the algorithm, as all those people say, then I'll be good. But I'm just gonna keep going at my own pace because I can only put in so much time that isn't going to take away from my studies, and my studies is right now my primary focus because I care a lot about that, and I care about doing well in college and graduating right now because if I end up dropping out college to pursue YouTube, I'm not sure my parents would really be that supportive of me, especially if I don't really make good enough money to support my income and all that. Uh, Jeez, I had this all planned out. I had this all planned out, like what I was going to say, what I was gonna do. It was gonna be so well thought out, and now that I'm here actually talking about it, it's hard. Jeez, let me fix the fucking microphone here. My goodness. There's so much shit on my desk, it's not even funny. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of regretting recording this long Dr. Gameplay right here because I thought, oh, I'll give myself plenty of time to talk and it's gonna turn out good in the end, and I I don't even know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I end up talking the whole amount of time that this is going on, or whether or not I'll end up cutting this match down. But to make things a little bit clear as to where I see my future and the future of this channel going, it's gonna be going like how it is, but hoping to make some steady improvements over the time. Right now, one of the things I've been trying to do is sort of diversify a little bit more to where I know where it's just not like, I know that they say, oh, go for a niche, go for something that hasn't been touched before, but there's been a lot of things already there on the internet that have been touched before. And they've done it a lot, and it's the matter of how do you capture the attention? How do you capture the intention with good thumbnails and good titles and good editing? And let me tell you right now, my thumbnails are average at best. I use Phototopia, which is a free image making site where I sort of just search pictures up on the internet, search up some PNGs, make them transparent, and like call it a day, and try and make it look somewhat decent. Titles are a bit hard for me because of the way I want the titles to be, but then it's sort of YouTube doesn't attract titles, and I don't want to fully give up my vision for like what I want the video to be. I want the video to be just a chill, fun video. But I guess in this day and age, it's just hard for just chill, fun videos to just be the big thing where you gotta be like, oh, hyper focused, and you gotta be like super energetic and everything. And like, nah, I'm more laid back. I'll just be more laid back. And my editing skills, they're not the best. I took like a marketing class in high school once, and they did like 2 weeks of editing, and that's how I've been doing that, and I've just kind of slowly been learning through the process, and I'm trying to figure out a way that makes the editing look a bit more niche, but also is not like super over the top, because I just don't feel that style. I don't feel it, and it's not just because, oh, you don't want to put the work in, or anything. I'm like, I just, there's so much time in a day that I can put the work in, and sure, maybe I could be one of those channels to where I only upload when I'm sure a video's ready, but knowing how I am, it helps to keep me on a schedule, and that's kind of how I've been going along, because if I know that if I upload in the way of, oh, I just upload whatever, I have a new video ready, then I'm just never gonna have it. You're just gonna see rare video uploads that in this day and age just sort of don't do well, because you gotta keep doing consistency. That's how the algorithm rewards you. I've learned that much. And been trying to experiment a little bit more lately in the terms of uploading content. When a couple months ago I tried, about not a couple months ago, about a month ago, I tried changing the upload times because they seemed to be doing really well in terms of, oh, they were really great at like in the evening at like, well, the evening for me at like 6 p.m. because that seems to be when everyone's watching, and I'm like, okay, I'll try this instead of trying to compete with like the middle of the day along with everyone. But that really didn't seem to go well. The shorts I posted at 11 a.m., they didn't really seem to be going well either, and so I ultimately made the decision to try and just change it back, knowing of the matter that I'm not gonna be able to fix any problems right away for at least a few hours if there is any problems. And I've been trying to make sure that there aren't any problems when it comes to uploading videos, because I've had moments in the past to where I forget to unmute an audio track when I'm editing around it, and it just ends up like that the video is like quiet to where it doesn't either have any commentary or it doesn't have any gameplay audio, or maybe it doesn't have anything and it just has like the end credit music, which it's not my proudest moment, but you know. And I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted by the gameplay right now. I do this just to try and make it seem like, oh, there's multiple things happening at once, and here I found myself not being able to focus on one single thing. I should have focused more on making the audio track and then just fitting the gameplay to just be around it. Yeah, that's what I should have done. That's what I should have done. That probably might have been a better version of myself, but you know, in an alternate universe, I probably would have done that. Who knows? What's happened has happened. I can't change that. So, what do I see for the future? Right now, I'm kind of happy with things are going. I've been trying to upload at least one short a day to sort of get more eyes on my channel, and it seems to be doing decently enough. As I've put myself into the expectation of, if a short breaks into the triple digit, I consider it a success. If a video breaks into like, when I say video, I mean long form video. If that breaks into the double digit, I consider it a success. And the algorithm kind of seems to agree with me. Well, not the algorithm, the YouTube metrics. They say like, oh, like it does about as well as your previous videos does. And I try and do that. Of course, I have the few exceptions where like things seem to perform way well than better. I think the last time that something performed way well and better was in the one Sonic Adventure 2 video, The Ark is a Nightmare, episode 4, and I think that was just recently because it had new images from the Sonic Movie 3 trailer, which just came out. It was based on that. It might have just been, the luck of the draw with how the algorithm works. I really believe that the algorithm has a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but luck does play a factor into it, and it sort of tries and takes the metrics of if no one watches right away, then no one does it. And I know like I can try and improve it a lot, and maybe that's something I will try and do. I'll try and like change things up a little bit. I've been trying with a really long form experimental video that I'm still editing. I edit it. I'd like trying like tune in every day, like do an edit, but it's taking a lot longer than I have, and that's because I have like over 20 hours of footage to work with and narrow it down and try and turn it into like a 30-minute video, which I don't know how some channels do that, like where they play a whole game and they try and just, you know, end up turning it into like a 10 to 15 minute long video. I don't know how they do that. I don't think I could do that myself, but hey, that's that, you know. I'll try my best, and at the end of the day, it'll go as far as it takes me. So, the future I see now is some things I'm going to try and do is experiment a little bit more with these sort of new games released. And when I do that, I know it's a bit of a setback for me financially speaking, because the new AAA games, there's the matter of, one, that it's going to be really expensive for me to get and then try and like break out when everyone's also going to be trying to do that. And two, it's a matter of the hardware. I know I export my videos in 720p even though I record them on OBS in 1080p. And so I know they're not going to be the best quality. I try my best to make it look good as possible, but I would have to upgrade my editor application and pay a subscription to get it to upgrade more. And I don't make revenue from YouTube. I have several copyright claims on my biggest videos. And so I won't be upgrading because it's just going to be paying more out of my own pocket when I'm not going to be having any sort of revenue to make that happen back. But I try my best with what I can work with to make it look good. And I guess sort of something that I want to say here is what would I do with the money if I got monetized? Well, first off, I wouldn't be making a lot of money because you would need to not only hit the 500 subscribers, but you would also have to do 3,000 watch hours, which is pretty hard if you don't have like epic big success. And that doesn't even get you ad revenue. That doesn't get you anything. That gives you like memberships. And I don't want to get into that yet because I couldn't consist to membership videos only for a long time. So I wouldn't be able to do that. But if I did get monetized, I'd want to put it away to sort of pay my parents back for my student debt. They have put so much into me to make my future a best place possible, and I kind of want to pay them back so that they're not going to be into that. I know I say like I'm in the student debt, but their names are on it. I've got, and I'm gonna have to pay them back. So we're all in the student debt, pretty much. And then once I get at a decent, if I ever get to a decent enough place to where I can make quite a bit from YouTube, maybe I would consider putting it into more, but I would only consider it maybe like a secondary job and not the primary job until it was a place to where I could maybe go into a position to where like, oh, I could make a living from that. But I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm looking at what the big thing in front of me is right now. And I guess my big goal in front of me is to sort of get 500 subscribers and from there work from the watch time I built. So yeah, that's it. And it looks like we are reaching near the end of the video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for just listening to me talk. I know that I'm not the most accurate person in the world, but I really appreciate all the love and support that I get from my time here on YouTube. But anyways, guys, I'll let you all enjoy the rest of your day. If you made it this far, it means a lot. Love you all. And until next time, I will see you guys laters.